There we are.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and we're Real Estate Jerky Daily. All right. Should we just get right into it?
Yeah, you're telling me before we got live.
I was telling you.
I want to hear again.
All right. So news today was the BLS jobs report, Bureau of Labor Statistics, which showed that we had an increase of 254,000 jobs in the month of September, which was well above the expectation of 140,000 jobs. Funny how that works.
Yeah.
Employment, not unemployment. Employment gains in July and August were revised higher by a combined 72,000, so 35,000 probably each month.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, but I mean, they just got rid of 1 million of those jobs in the last year.
You mean the ones that never existed?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unemployment rate decreased 1/10 to 4.1. If you really look at the decimal points, it's really like 4%.
Yeah.
Below market expectations of 4.2%. Average weekly earnings were flat for the month and up 3.4% year over year. Bottom line, when you really look at the report, it shows a lot of full-time jobs that were created, but hours work was down.
I don't
so
get
there's
that.
less part-time jobs and more full-time jobs, but less hours. Yeah, it's kind of skewed. I think they're going to be a huge revision in 2 months from now for this report. This was, and I'm not saying that they would do this, but
but they already have.
This is probably a political stunt to show, its economy's fine. You guys are crazy. Everything's perfect.
Everything's wonderful.
And these people have plenty of water. They just can't drink it.
Yeah. They can't drink it.
The hurricane area, and there's plenty of food. They just got to catch it.
Yeah, and the woman or guy that says, "Oh, 240,000 jobs were created. That's awesome. I'm working 3 of them. And I still can't afford groceries."
They're saying less part-time work.
I
don't know. I just know people are talking. I just saw more layoffs at another company and some other stuff today, and people are strapped. People are living off their credit cards. They're so far behind on those. There's delinquency and all that stuff.
Yep.
So I don't care what they say. It's about what you feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I call BS on the report. It'll be revised.
Well,
there's revised down quite a bit.
Remember, Mark Twain said there's lies, damn lies, and then statistics, and then there's government statistics. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what's going on here?
All right, what do you got?
I don't know.
All right, another thing is apartment list rental report came out that they showing that new rents declined by 0.5% in September and are still down 0.7 year over year. We typically see rental prices cool around this time of the month, in like September. And that's the other thing about the jobs report in September. It's always usually higher than normal.
Really?
Yeah, last year was the same thing. And maybe it could be the fact that more people are back to school or, other stuff that is going on and people are getting jobs. I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense. But
next week we got some numbers coming out.
What are they going to be?
I had to go get the economic calendar because my cheat sheet wasn't there. So of course, so Tuesday we have NFIB. That's the National Federation of Independent Business Optimism Index is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday we have, of course, mortgage applications.
Okay.
And you always know everything.
Well, I know.
Then we'll see what the Federal Reserve says. Thursday is initial jobless claims. Come on, you're not part of this game yet. And then CPI is out on.
I just don't want to steal your
Consumer
thunder.
Price Index is out on Thursday along with initial jobless claims. That means on Friday it is Producer Price Index. That is correct, Mike. Thanks for throwing that out there.
Yes.
So
I am right there.
They think that inflation is going to show in check. And if it shows worse, rates are going to get really worse. If it shows in check, they're going to stay right here. I forgot to click over there on Instagram, but now we're live.
What did the bond market do?
We're down 34 basis points. We were down 20 some yesterday, down 20 some the day before. So if you were getting a refinance at 3.625 that was costing you like $1,400, it then went to $2,500, and now it's probably $3,700.
So you're locked.
So you're going to move up. You're going to move up to the next rate, or you just wait because eventually they'll go back down.
Yeah, I would think so.
You hope, but you never know.
Yeah, I would think so.
All right, what's a local or what's the state of California saying?
State of California numbers here. Woohoo!
Through the roof.
Through the roof. No. This is through. Why is that September 21st?
I don't know. That's what you grabbed, I guess.
That was the only thing that was up. That was weird.
Those are old numbers.
We did this last week.
That would have been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No,
But this is what Carr was showing was available.
Well, that's wrong. Those are
I
wrong numbers.
know,
I don't
well,
wanna
they're not
talk.
wrong numbers. They were very correct for the week ending in September 21st. But we've already talked about this.
You sure that's the only thing there? You sure you didn't save it in the spot? And then
No, I can go back in. You know what? Let's go talk about some other stuff while I go back in.
What other stuff do we got to talk about?
We can talk about how's
your closing? How's your closing happening?
Don't talk to me about that. I absolutely flipped my wig yesterday, which I don't usually do.
Did the money show up?
No.
Oh.
No. But I'm so damn tired of being lied to by my clients and keeping me in the dark. It's very frustrating.
So basic bottom line, if there's an issue that you're dealing with and you're in contract with, please do not hide it from the loan officer or from the real estate agent that's your buyer's agent.
Exactly.
Talk to us so we can know how to deal with these issues.
Yeah.
And that's just, that's about verifying funds from the beginning.
Yep. Well, and I verified funds from the beginning, and it was all there. And they're playing I would say,
whack-a-mole
or hide the nut under the shell.
I don't know that one. Oh,
robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah. It's bullshit. And every other day they're telling me money will be there today. So that's going on for 2 weeks. Today's drop dead day. So
I'm sorry,
we're not going to play around anymore.
And here's one other thing. So if you're going to,
and I'm representing them, and I'm trying to do the best I possibly can.
Of course you are.
And trying to make sure that they don't breach the contract, which they're in a possibility of doing. If they don't close today, it was, hey, we had an unforeseeable circumstance and we're closing. If they don't close today, which is the demand calls for, they've breached the contract and their deposit is at risk. So, this will be the first time ever for me. It's just frustrating. 34 years.
Did you see B of A had some problems over the last few days?
What did they do?
All their accounts were showing zeros and other stuff, and they had a client who online went to send in a wire, which I'm going to tell everybody, please do not use online through Chase, B of A, any of those things to send money as a wire. It is not a wire, it's a ACH.
Right.
ACH aren't automatically wires turn out, and it doesn't work the same way. They can't connect it that way. So don't go into the bank, have the wire done by the bank. Don't do it online. It's not a true wire unless you have that set up on the app, and that's something totally different.
Yeah.
And so I had clients, I wired the money on Monday.
No,
well, can I have proof of it? And they sent me proof yesterday, and it's still showing pending, and it's not a wire. And then the money ended up back in their account today. So we're going in the bank today to go do the wire. Well, you should do it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Don't do it through your app. Don't do it through your stuff. Go to the bank. That way they verify all the information on the wire information and put in all the boxes and send it directly to the right place. And it goes within a few hours.
Yep, I agree. There are no shortcuts in this. And everybody's busy. I know you're busy. It takes maybe 30 minutes when you walk in the bank, depending on your bank.
Yeah, well, you can always make an appointment, because that one with the W that has the stagecoach, they need appointments.
Right. Yeah. What's that? Is that WAMU?
No, they're gone.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can only do the best you allow us to do. If you hide information or keep information from us, we can't guess. And we're not going to, and I can't help you. So frustration today will be the end of it, one way or the other.
Because you can actually be, if they think that you lied the whole time through, the other side could come after them.
Absolutely.
For the waste of time, waste of this, any loss of value, if there is a loss of value. Because what people understand is, if you're in contract and it falls out of contract, people go, why does it fall out of contract?
Exactly.
Was it the house or was it the buyer?
Yeah.
Well, it's always the buyer.
It's got to be the house.
Other than that, and I would say shorten up your contract time periods, meaning that don't give them 3 business days to accept your offer, because what they do is they hold it until the weekend to see if they get another offer. Give them 24 hours or...
Yeah, you had a client that happened to, right?
They're doing it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Another one.
Well,
they think it all looks good, but they're going to wait till Saturday. Oh, I wonder why they're waiting till Saturday.
Yeah, because of an open house. And, even though you have tight time frames in your contract, it doesn't mean the seller has to respond to that offer. It doesn't. But if it's a great offer, my auntie says, "Good morning, guys."
Good morning.
Good morning, auntie. Love you. It doesn't mean they have to accept the offer or even address the offer. It's just a time frame.
Well, that way you're not waiting around
Yeah.
and going, okay, well, maybe they're precious. Oh, precious.
Well, and what you have to understand is there are other homes out there, even though inventory is low. Go out and look at other properties.
Right. I know. But if it's the problem is the people want to sit on an offer. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand that if you sit on the offer and you don't sign it, you're rejecting it.
Right.
And they can go write another offer.
And what they're really doing, the agent's doing, is shopping the offer, seeing if they can get a better one.
Right. They're waiting to see if somebody else will write a better one. Well, I have one right now.
Yeah.
Now, if you beat it.
Michael Jackson just jumped into my
Beat
head.
it.
Woohoo. Anyway, enough of bitch day today.
That's not a bitch day. That's just, okay, these are things that are popping up that needs to be addressed. And the last one would be, if you're an agent and you get your clients in contract, don't leave the contract in the draft section before you go on vacation.
Good morning, Christy. Hope you're doing well.
Send it out so that we can get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when they come back and they go, where are we on the appraisal? I never received your offer. But I said, oops.
Oops.
Well, but I'm more involved because I call the listing agents. I call the other people to help you out and understand, talk about my client and let you know where they're at with this.
Which is good. I get a couple calls every now and then from lenders. If we've got a deal going together where I just one of your buyers.
Hey, blah, blah, blah. I just tell you in the studio.
Exactly. You just hit me in the head with a piece of paper.
And I
open the paper up, it says approved.
Well, I mean, we do, like, people ask me, is this a pre-qual, pre-approval, fully underwritten pre-approval? It's got to be a fully underwritten pre-approval these days. Otherwise, why are you wasting people's time?
Mm-hmm.
Do not accept a pre-qual from any Stagecoach or any place like that. It needs to be a full one.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. We bring it in, we do a DU, we have it ready. And basically, as long as we provide those pieces of information, it's done.
Yeah.
And underwriting for us right now is like 4 hours.
That's a long time.
I know. I'm like, Jesus. And sometimes when I drop it, we submit it like at Friday at 5, and then it's finished by 11 a.m. in the morning on Saturday. We're like, wow.
I know. Time for a margarita.
Well, they just, we are getting busier with the refinances. This little jump in the rate will slow it down just a little bit, which is good because I'm getting tired of, it's taking, 24 hours for my conditions to get signed off. Yeah, I'm
Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had a client who went on vacation.
Yeah.
To like the Holy Land, and I still closed the loan in 12 days, but they were gone for 20 plus.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just, again, it's not that big of a deal to get these things done if they're put together properly. And the other thing is, if you've been in business for 5 years, we only need the 1 year of tax returns for your business.
For how many years?
5 years.
Oh, cool.
So, because it used to be, we go, okay, we got to average the last of the 2 years. Well, you technically should, but just to see where they're at. But they only want the last. That's what Fannie Mae's been saying lately. They'll tell you how many years of self-employment tax returns they need. And on average, it's been 1 year. And then also refinances right now, we're getting so many waivers because if it's a Fannie Mae to Fannie Mae, guess what? They have that information already.
They do.
If it's a purchase and it was a Fannie Mae loan on there and they're doing a purchase on that one, they'll get a waiver, but it's a reinspection of like $179. They just go out there, take pictures and everything. And
right.
Just to get updated information for their system to keep this stuff going. Because appraisers are not going to be very happy in a few years when they stop using them. Yeah, that's going to be unfortunate.
That's going to be tough because there's some great appraisers out there that do a great job. It's what do you do? You say, oh, there's change. Technology and everything is creating change.
The only issue I have right now is the VA appraisers are charging $750 for VA appraisals.
Yeah,
and getting away with it.
Wow!
It comes with a gold. It's embossed, and you can frame it.
Does it come with a amortization chart too that you can put on the fridge?
No, dude, I can give you that for nothing.
I know.
But that I was like, that's just because it used to be like 650, 600, 650, 750. And it's like, wow. Yeah.
Well,
we really need to be that expensive.
And they have the longest amount of time to do the appraisal. Not that they always take that time. Thank you, Michael. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. One of my favorite past clients.
I was going to say, I don't know, Michael.
And a buddy. They could do it well, and they can do it in 1 or 2 days, as you've seen. A guy came over the weekend, and by Monday you had your appraisal, right? Or you got the guy that's like, I've got 14 days, or how many ever days I've got to be able to get this over. 10 days.
So they have 10 actual business days from the moment
once they accept
it. Yeah, the offer to turn it in. You have other appraisers who's like, I'm just going to get this done. It's $750. I'm going to get that money right now.
Exactly.
And because once the things turn in, you have 10 days to pay them. You got to pay them right away. They don't, and your borrower doesn't do that. I mean, you can charge them, but we usually just have them pay through escrow.
Right.
But I've had some where they get it on a Thursday and it's in by Monday, and other ones who, take the full 10 days. And those are the ones that I can't do the VA in 9 days. I have to do a VA in 15.
Yeah. Gosh. Oh, again, I think, I'm going to use a different hand this time.
No, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. It's there's no reason that other people can't do it this fast. Just put a system together and keep the system going.
Yeah, unless they're the busiest appraiser in the world.
I'm talking about us as general
ordering,
gotcha. Because we can. And there isn't that busiest appraisers, and there's just not that much volume. And if we're on
not in the Central Valley,
I'm just saying. But if we're doing refinances and not needing them. How busy are they?
You're getting a waiver because we're not in a declining market, no matter what people are hoping for.
No, it's still going up. And so, I mean, there's a lot of information out there. I know we're just throwing a lot today because it's like, wow, we haven't done almost a 20-minute thing, and the numbers are wrong.
Yeah, and my numbers are a week off.
Again, stop waiting.
Yeah.
Go get into contracts. Stop playing around. Shorten up those time frames. Even how long you need to be in escrow. Stop the 30, 45 days. I had an agent ask me the other day, how long do we need? I go, well, the other person is selling their house and they're buying another one. They have a 60-day escrow on the other one. How much longer do they have?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you need it. I need 21 days or less.
Right. But
I mean,
that's tied to that. You can't do that.
Well, I'm just saying that just tell me that. So write it what that time period is that they need for the other one. That's what you write it for. It's concurrent with closing of their new home, or whatever.
Yeah. It's interesting in different areas where they say you wrote a 21-day contract. Well, the house is vacant, right? We could probably do it in 21 or less if you'd like. We could never get anything done in 21 days or less up here. Well, yeah, you could.
Up where? Yes, you can.
The foothills.
I do it all the time.
I know you do. Yes, you can. You're just used to saying, it's going to be 30 or 45 days.
Well, they're worried about the septic inspections, surveys.
Just get on
those things that these, because, when it starts snowing, they can't do septic any work at all. And, certain things.
Well, then the septic must be just fine.
If you can't see it and can't smell it, there's no problem to it.
Yeah. And the deck is probably in perfect shape, right?
Well, especially with the snow on it.
Exactly. It's not gonna fall down because it's being held up by the snow.
I'm hoping mine lasts this one more winter because it's got to be replaced next year for sure.
My client up there on Hershey, he suffered snowmageddon and had to repair his deck.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had a lot of snow, but mine just is at that point where when we bought the place, they had painted everything, but they hadn't really power washed it because you couldn't use water. In that drought, remember?
Yeah, I do.
And so the paint was good on the railing, but not on the deck itself. And yes, I could have went out there and stained it multiple times, but I didn't because it was an older deck that they added on to. And when they put the original deck on, I mean, it was 4x4s, not not. And it's not, it just was, and they're not, the rafters or whatever aren't close enough.
Yeah.
They're as far out as you could at the time, and they should be closer.
Yeah.
But the newer part of the deck is the way it's supposed to be. And it's like you walk on the one, it kind of moved a little bit. I'm like, all right, when we build this other one, we're going to build it where it's not attached to the house. We're going to do posts all the way around it. So
that's smart.
That way.
Almost everybody up there, like you just said, they don't flash it.
Right.
And then you wind up
I got siding I got to deal with
Yeah,
on this
you
one side.
got an issue with siding that's completely dry rot. Right?
Well, it's because the sun never gets there and the snow stays there forever.
Yeah.
Forever. All right, let's
we
go.
Talked about a lot.
Yes, I hope we got some good information.
Hope we said something.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget Operation Firewalk,
May 3rd.
That's right.
2025.
Monday is Columbus Day.
What did he find?
I'm sorry, Indigenous. I'm sorry, I must have said the wrong thing.
What did he find?
Well, the question is which time. So that's the question.
The correct time.
Yeah. Well, when you get asked, when did Columbus sell the world? And find, well, which time?
Yeah.
1492 was the time that everybody talks about, but he tried other times.
I wonder if when he got to shore, he just said, "I caramba" or something,
Yeah,
thank God we're off that boat. That's right. Let's go looking for oranges.
He's like, why am I still moving? You ever been on a ship and you're
my God.
standing in your hotel room after you've been on one and you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, I feel like I'm moving.
Yeah, you're in the shower. Well,
don't close your eyes. Yes.
Weekend on the houseboat and you get home and you're still rocking. You're like, oh my God. Navy boy, I mean, you should understand that. Right?
Excuse me. The only time I was on a ship was to see my girlfriend. And I couldn't tell you where to salute and where to say permission to come aboard.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you have that whistle?
Not me. They do. All right. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you later. Are we here Monday? That's why I was bringing that up. Are you around?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm around.
Yeah, I'm working.
Okay. I'm working too.
All right. Make it a great day and we'll talk to you on Monday.
Bye, y'all.